Hey, what's up? Cheap beer for you to drink. I am JJ. I just got back from a weekend trip to Kentucky right around Mammoth Cave. A great weekend with some great people. And on the way back, I wanted to check out a liquor store in Kentucky and just to see what they had, what was different from what I can find in Ohio. I found something very different. Maybe you've heard of this before. I don't have it in my state of Ohio, but it's in a few states. Montucky Cold Snack. It is a lager. Now, this was with the cheap beer. It wasn't with the craft beer, but it has an interesting story. So, of course, you see the packaging with the horse and the cool designs and the, I don't know if that's mountains or lightning, whatever is going on here. And it has the name Montucky Cold Snack. So it calls itself a cold snack, which apparently is a term for a beer. I had never heard of that before. I thought that was really interesting. It's the official, unofficial beer of Montana. It's just really interesting to look at. Also, it says 16 ounces on the can, but I saw this 8% down here and was like, whoa, this is an 8% beer? No, it's 8% back to local causes. So it seems like they're about giving back. They're about standing out, obviously, with this interesting packaging. And I kind of read when I was researching it, because I'd never heard of it before, that they spend most of the money in the marketing part of the beer. I'm not in a state where it's sold, so I haven't seen any of the marketing. I haven't seen any of the targeted ads like on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you would see ads like that. I haven't seen any of the videos. Maybe there's some YouTube ads. None of that's directed towards me because it's not sold in my state. So I'm not sure what the marketing is like, but just checking out their website, it seems like they don't take themselves too seriously. It's kind of all about having fun, just things like that. They even, as far as I can tell, didn't even like brew this beer themselves. They didn't spend a lot of time perfecting a beer. They just contracted out another brewer to make their beer and then focus more on the marketing of it, which is an interesting concept. Apparently, they found that the beer drinker wasn't even looking for taste, more so just something that they felt proud drinking, something that gave back, something that was cool looking. And I think that's really interesting. So let's see if the beer itself is good, because that doesn't even seem to be the main focus of the Montucky Cold Snack. Facts on the can. It doesn't really say much about this beer. Brewed and bottled by Montucky Cold Snacks, Wisconsin for Montucky Cold Snacks, Montana. It does not say any calorie content or the alcohol percentage on here. Yeah, just this can here, $7.99 for a 6-pack, and like I said, it was with the cheap beer, and it kind of just it came in a 6-pack of 16-ounce cans, like it was right next to the Bud Lights and the natural lights and all that. So I didn't think much of it until I researched it after the fact. I don't know if that's more expensive than a 6-pack of beer in Kentucky. I'm used to Ohio prices. That does seem a little pricey, a couple bucks more, probably like $5.99 for a 6-pack of cheap beer. This was $7.99, so it's a little more expensive. But it still seems to me like a cheap beer. The packaging looks like that. I'm considering it a cheap beer. $7.99 isn't too much. It's not like a craft beer where it's like 6 cans for $10 in 12-ounce cans. So we'll see what kind of cheap beer it tastes like. It smells great. It smells really fresh. It smells like it might be a little sweet. The color's nice, a nice golden color. It's not a light beer. We'll see what it tastes like. It's not unpleasant, but it definitely has a distinct taste. A lot of people notice like a metallic taste in beers, and it kind of does have that metallic taste. But also, it's pretty sweet as well. Not overly sweet, but there's some sweetness there, a little metallic. It reminds me of Lot. of like a PBR, but it's definitely not as good tasting as a PBR. It's like a PBR that's been sitting around for too long. I don't know how fresh this can is. It's not tasting all that great, but apparently they don't even care about how it tastes because it sounds more like they just care about the marketing. And really, they made it seem like people don't care about how a beer tastes. They just want a cool looking beer. And I don't agree with that. I don't think this tastes all that great. Maybe these are old cans, but I mean, it wasn't dusty on top. It had no indication of being an old can. It doesn't have a date as far as I can tell on here. But it doesn't taste all that fresh or all that good for that matter. I would rather have a PBR or a Budweiser. I think PBR is a cool beer. It's been a cool beer for a while now. And if you're not looking for something that's light, but you're still looking for something that stands out, especially those cans where they get the artist drawing on the cans, I think that's pretty cool too, because you get a cool looking can. PBR is a cool beer. I'd rather have that over something like this, even though the marketing is supposed to be all that great. It doesn't taste all that great. It doesn't taste that fresh. It's not bad by any means. I mean, it's drinkable. Let's see what it's like out of the can. Slightly better out of the can, but I take that back. It's more noticeable, whatever this taste is. Unpleasant metallic. More so than normal. I don't know what else to say about this. It's not all that great. But let me know your thoughts if you like it, if you're a big Montucky cold snack drinker. If you knew that cold snack meant beer, let me know. At least in Ohio, no one calls it that. But maybe they do where you are. Or maybe I'm just out of touch. Maybe that's an internet culture thing that I don't know about, even though I am a YouTuber who kind of stays out of the loop of things. This is cheap beer for you to drink. Thanks for watching. If you have a request, leave it down below. I enjoy looking for new beers, and this was definitely one I had not seen before. It's one not sold here, but I am at Party Source right there in Newport, Kentucky a lot. That's a place I frequent when I am in Cincinnati. And apparently they stock it there, but I had not seen it before. I don't know if they have it with the cheap beer or if it's with the craft beer. It's just interesting because it's a pretty recently launched beer, but instead of going like the craft route, they're kind of going the cheaper beer route. You know, this is just a lager. It's nothing special. It's pretty easy to drink. It's not all that great in my opinion. Cheap beer for you to drink. Leave those comments down below. Like or dislike this video, and thanks for watching.